We are live. Hello, everybody out there. Happy Wednesday. It is March 20th. All right. So I'm bringing it to you live. I feel like I would just drop some knowledge, as always, learning, wanting to spread the wealth and help somebody out there, maybe get some inspiration or an idea for what they want to do. So my name is Robert Lyon, co-owner of Credit Leverage X. We have a funding company and we're rapidly growing. Last week, we grew into joining the 10X Nation. Basically, just went to some business coaching thing with Brandon Dawson, and it was really cool. Pretty typical stuff. We spent like $40,000 to go to the thing, though. So I figure I'll share with you some of my big takeaways and some of the big things that I've learned, and I hope you guys can maybe take some notes and learn something from it as well. So obviously, the biggest thing that was kind of like obvious, but it's just like, number one, you have to, set really big targets, right? That's Grant Cardone's whole mission. And I think it's a message that everyone should be pushing for. I feel like it's my inner calling as well. Go big, do big things, do more with your life. I constantly want to empower people to think bigger, do more, be more, and share your ideas with the world so that not only you, but everyone in your life can experience what you have to offer, right? And then push it even bigger. I've been building businesses. I've been scaling businesses, doing marketing, doing real estate for years and years and years now at this point. And it just always seems like there's levels to this stuff. But the whole goal that I do this is basically not necessarily for myself, right? But it's because I want to see my family win. I want to see my friends win. I want to see the people around me win. And I want to have an impact. I've definitely had a challenging life, and any chance that I get to give back to people, to share the wealth of knowledge that I have, to basically, allow myself to not only be coached, but to coach others, I think is always very valuable. So track your numbers though. But number one, set really big goals, right? I think it's Zig Ziglar that says you can't hit a target if you don't know what you're aiming for, right? So you really have to be somebody who goes out of their way and shoots for the sky, right? Another quote for you, Les Brown's, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll at least end up amongst the stars, right? So set big targets. And the main thing is have that target be personal and financial and professional. Okay. So personal targets, personal goals would be basically like you want to go travel somewhere. You want to spend more time with your family. You want to find a significant other. Those are going to be your personal goals, and you should really have those in alignment. And you should use your professional and your financial goals to also make those happen, right? Maybe you want to have a big house for Christmas for all your family to come visit. Maybe you want to buy your parents a house, or you want to retire your parents. Maybe there's other things that you really want, but those would go into your personal goals. The things that I personally always want to go for is education and experiences, right? I really want to go to Japan. That's one of my bucket lists. I'm going to buy a new truck pretty quick. And I've got my eyes on a couple fix and flips and some other properties that I'm going to be buying that I have set goals to accomplish. My goal is to purchase a property or a piece of land every quarter, and then also write it off as a tax deduction. So there's lots of things like that, but you guys have to, number one, set big goals, have big targets. Okay. The next step is always going to be identify and track your KPIs, right? In order for you to hit your goals, in order for you to make things happen in your life, you have to track what you're doing, right? If you're not tracking it, then is it really happening? Is it really getting you to that next level? And what was cool about the Grant Cardone thing is it just kind of put a light on what KPIs you should be tracking for your business, and that everything should be a KPI, right? Whether it's how many marketing activities are you doing? What's the speed to lead, right? And you can set this up for yourself, and you can have your own KPIs for your own life and your own journey. But you should be setting your goals. You should be figuring out what are the KPIs to get there, right? And like we'll just go with a real simple way to do this, and this is kind of what I like to do, but it's almost too simple because there's reality and there's all kinds of other stuff. But basically, the first thing is figure out what your baseline income needs are, right? What are the basic amounts of money that you need every month just to live, right? And sometimes it's a scary number when you actually add it up, but what's your rent or your mortgage? What's your car payments? How much you spend on food, electricity, so on and so forth. And figure out that number. Okay. So for the sake of simplicity, let's say your number is, you need to make a minimum of $5,000 per month. Okay. So that's going to be your baseline. So first of all, you got to make sure that you're going to be able to hit that number, but then you have to figure out what's my number that I want to track, that I want to invest. Okay. You can save your money, but I'm always going to encourage you to invest. I mean, first you should save up enough money to survive for like 3 months, but then all your money after that should be put into a safe investment or something that at least is going to add value, right? Obviously you can add more to your business if you have a business, if you have more money and stuff like that. But for the sake of making this simple, let's say that your base amount of money that you need to live every month is $5,000. And let's say that you want to invest or save a minimum of $5,000 every single month. Now, if you can hit those goals, right, you'd be making $10,000 a month. If you did that for a year straight, you'd be able to save up $60,000, right? In order for you to save up, $5,000 a month, that's basically going to be, let's say 5,000. Well, first 5,000 divided by 30 means you have to just basically save $166 per month or per day. I apologize. But let's say you don't want to work every single day. So then that would basically be, 5,000 divided by like 22. So that would be $230 per day. So now you just have to figure out, what can I do to make an extra $250 a day, right? And that's going to be your KPI. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, what are some of the things that I'm already doing that are making me money, right? And then what are some things that are making me a little bit of money, but that if I actually put a little bit of time and effort into would make more money, right? So that would be the goal. So first you have to figure out what is your base income, right? So like if all your bases are safe, right? Now you're good to go. Now you're going to start creating some financial harmony. I believe financial harmony is more important than financial explosions, basically, like just thinking you're going to get lucky one day. No, I'd rather you consistently be in the process of always growing your finances and constantly getting it up. Hey, my dog's barking. Pepito, stop it. All right. But then you want to say, okay, I want to save $5,000 a month. Now you don't have to necessarily know what you're going to do to save that money right now. You don't have to necessarily know how you're going to make that money right now. But as long as you have a goal, now you have something you can start to work towards, right? And if you just do 5 days a week and you're trying to basically make it happen, and you can save $250 a day, you're going to make it happen. You'll be able to save up $60,000 in 1 year, which with that $60,000, you can put that as a down payment on a piece of property. You can use that to put into crypto or the stock market. Not necessarily if I recommend that. You can use that for a new business, or you can just basically save it up and wait till the opportunity arises. But at least now that you have a goal, right? It's a big goal. I want to save $60,000 over the next 12 months. In order to do that, I need to make $5,000 more than my baseline, and I need to actually save it, or I need to put it away somewhere. Now you understand what it would look like if you were able to financially get ahead, right? And you need to do this for your own numbers. These are just, placeholders. And then you need to hit key KPIs and key metrics to make that happen. So if you need to make $250 a day, what can you do to make an extra $250 a day? Me personally, my side hustles, I sell things on Amazon. I have a lot of affiliate marketing things going on, and I trade futures every single day. So for me, it's pretty simple to say, okay, I'm going to actually, my goal actually with future trading is I make at least $1,000 or $500 to $1,000 Monday through Friday every single day. And then I stop trading. So that's how I was able to financially escape the rat race, right? I do sales and I do credit line funding, and I buy real estate as well. And the main thing is Credit Leverage X. But on top of that, if I want to save $5,000 and make an additional $5,000, my minimum goal is I trade futures, right? And my goal is actually, I try and save $20,000 a month, But I do this by trading in the markets every day and making $1,000 a day. And that's just extra income. And I consider that leverage because it only takes me a couple hours every morning to be able to do that. But if I never had the goal to financially get ahead or to financially make a plan to find my financial harmony, I never would have figured out, or I never really would have set out to do this. And actually, when I was trading, when I didn't have a goal, I would just try and make as much money as possible, right? So I'd be up $3,000 and then I would just keep trading. And then I'd end the day down like $5,000, right? So now I know my goals though. I have a plan and I have my KPIs, right? I have to make at least $500. If I'm above $500 and I'll try and two more trades to get to 1,000. If I don't get it, then I stop, right? And I tell myself that's it. All right. Other ways that I make money or that I've done it in the past is when I was wholesaling real estate. I knew that I had to wholesale real estate, at least one deal per week, right? In order for me to lock one deal under contract, I would have to talk to 100 motivated sellers. So then I would break that down for 5 days a week. I would have to have a minimum of 20 conversations with people who are trying to sell their house, and I would try and make a minimum of 20 offers a day. Now you can imagine that got pretty exhausting, and wholesaling real estate is an interesting business to say the least, but I knew that if I had 20 good conversations with motivated sellers each day, I would close and have one $5,000 to $25,000 wholesale deal, right? So you can break down the metrics and you can start to at least make a roadmap and have that conversation with yourself. What do I need to do to make this extra money so that I can start to save that money and put it away? Now, saving the actual money is when things get real, right? And I personally learned this, from my dad, and my dad learned this from my grandma, who grew up in the recession and was all about saving money, right? They were very wealthy, but she was the type of lady, we would eat cereal with a fork, right? And to save the milk, and we would squish all the bars of soap together to make a new bar of soap. So saving money is hard in this world, and that's just the reality. There's so many things that once you get a little bit of money, you want to spend it, and it's gone like that. Like there's a couple memes of like a jet airline. It's like my paycheck hitting my bank account, right? It hits the runway and then just takes off again. They call them scoots. But saving money is a whole nother plan, which is why I prefer to invest my money. Right now, I'm investing fairly heavily into crypto and land, right? Those are the things that I buy and I hold, and I just think that it's worth my time to continue to do that, because the price of land that I get is stupid cheap. And I think, right now I'm losing a bunch of money in crypto. So if you want to lose money like me, put some of your money into crypto. But no, I made a ton of money. It hit all-time highs. I sold some, and then I FOMO'd back into some stuff, right? So this goes back to, how do you actually save the money? So saving the money, I would just squirrel it away, right? That's what I was going to say. Like I learned from my dad and my grandma, is like, put it somewhere where you can't spend it. Okay. Have an emergency fund, stash it away, put it somewhere where you can't spend it. But you should also just try and find safe investments, right? My safe investments, again, are land, stock markets, and crypto. And I usually only invest in like ETFs that are going to be going up, and other things like that. And I only put a small amount in that. The rest of it I put into education. I put it into my businesses, or I hide it away, right? And I consistently have that safety net, and I'm consistently growing to buy more pieces of real estate so I can buy property every quarter. Now, what I do is I save all my cash, right? All the money that I get that is in cash, I try and stash it somewhere. And all my expenses and all my bills and everything, I try and pay with business credit cards. Business credit cards are not attached to my personal credit. And if I max out my business credit cards, it does not hurt my personal credit. So what I do is I stack cash to buy real estate, to invest in my businesses. And then basically I pay back what I need to pay back on the business credit cards. And then whenever I need to get more funding, I pay off most of my business credit cards. But I keep it rolling. Okay. So anyways, the big takeaways: aim and have a giant goal. Pick a giant goal, pick a financial goal, break it down to the metrics, right? And then break it down to daily KPIs that you have to hit, that you have to hold yourself accountable for if you are going to hit your goals. And I'll tell you right now, hitting your goals always feels way better than sliding off into obscurity or wishing and praying and hoping that something is just going to randomly work out for you. All right. So that's the brain dump. So basically, identify and track your KPIs. Figure out a way to report to yourself on how your KPIs did every day. Right. Have a general debrief with yourself in the evenings, and then keep going. The other thing that I've found recently that has helped me go from like a fairly productive person to a high achiever is you have to set up a schedule that you can stick to consistently, that you really love, and that can actually turn into lots of money and can really get you where you want to go. Okay, so I've started. I've been future trading for a long time, but the stupid time zone changed just for me. So in Arizona now, I have an extra hour in the morning, and it's totally changed everything. So what I'm able to do now is I wake up, I do my little morning routine. I trade the open market. Again, I try and shoot for $1,000. But if I'm above 500, I only take 2 more trades to get to 1,000, and then I stop for the day. That means that I make, almost $5,000 every single month, 3 to 5, or every single week, 5 days a week. And I save that money, and I stack that money, and I trade with that money. After I do my morning routine, I hit the gym. I don't really have too much of an agenda in the gym, but I'm probably going to be making more effort to do full body workouts, which takes about an hour of my time. Then I have a meeting with my sales team. Usually it's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Then I have a meeting with my client success team. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes. Then I take a short break, and then I do sales calls till about 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, I work on my other businesses, typically websites, replying to people, building things until about 9. And then at about 9 o'clock, I wind down and I do whatever I want. Now that schedule has allowed me to become massively successful, as well as feel like I'm actually crushing the day, right? And this is not for everybody. You don't have to be like me. I'm not trying to be like Tony Robbins guru or whatever. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what I found. And what I found that works best for me is have really big goals, have KPIs, and then create a schedule that you absolutely enjoy doing, that naturally gets you to where you want to go, right? I don't love doing sales calls all day, but it's where I am most needed in my business. And it's also where I have the most impact to move the revenue and to be able to continue to change people's lives and help people get where they need to go, right? We've created a really cool business, that gets people's results. So I need to constantly be out there telling people about it. And then I have to be the one to explain it because I explain it the best. And I try and multiply myself with my sales coaching and sales training, right? But I can only teach people if I'm actually doing it as well. The blind can't lead the blind, right? So I have to become a master if I want to empower other people to do the work that has to get done. But the thing that really changed was being able to work out and do my trading first thing in the morning, right? During trading, it gives me a little bit of time to think, take notes, make some money, and then going to the gym and listening to a book. Right now I'm listening to Poor Charlie's Almanac. It's awesome. It's a Charlie Munger. He passed away, and I figured I would read it. It's amazing. I think everybody should read it. He's a very smart guy. It's very kind of dense, but it's also anybody can read it and learn something from it. But having that schedule where I'm able to get up, do my own thing, and then take over the whole day has taken me to that next level in productivity and just making it feel like every day I'm like, I wake up before the sun gets up and I'm fucking pushing it to the limit, doing things that are driving me in the direction that I want to go, which is going to allow me to hit my goals faster and track everything that I do every day so that I know, hey, I am actually getting closer to my dreams. I am actually getting closer to my goals. And I'll tell you guys right now, my goal, I don't care how good of friends we are, but my goal is to get $25 million, and then you're never going to hear from me again. I'm going to disappear from the face of the earth, and I'm going to live my life. Okay. $25 million might not be a lot, but for me, that's my goal. That's what I'm optimizing my numbers for. And I'm just saying we could be the best of friends, but as soon as I hit 25 million, you ain't going to hear from me. I'm going to go live my life and do what I want for the rest of my life. And that's my goal, right? So you can have your goals. And I think everybody should have a number that they want to hit, or a lifestyle that they want to create that really means something to them. right? But until I hit that 25 million, I will be here working, changing people's lives, coaching, and helping people achieve their goals and get out of the financial rat race. All right. So that is today's live stream. I got to jump to another call. I hope you guys got some value. We're trying to do this every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Pacific time. Today started a little bit late just because we were running around, but that's the plan. Let me know if you guys need anything. Check out creditleveragex.com if you're ready to get funding. Join our program, and feel free to shoot me a message or drop me a like, and we'll feel free to chat, and I can answer any questions you need. We've been doing a ton of work helping startups get funding, helping people get money to buy real estate, helping people that are working a 9-to-5 quit their day job and essentially go all in and get passive income with us and start their own businesses. And we're really gearing everything to help more people like that. So if you're a business owner and you're trying to get funding and scale, if you're a real estate investor and you're trying to get access to capital so you can buy more real estate, or if you just hate your job and you're ready to find a way to get out, or if you want passive income, go to creditleveragex.com and book a call with our team, and we'll talk to you, and we'll make a plan that fits your needs and gets you where you want to go. All right. Happy Wednesday. Take care.